Good people, in this video we're going to talk about basic terminology of the stock market, some of the techniques that I use when trading, and hopefully you can use too. With that being said, let's jump right in. Before we get started, we have to recognize our sponsor, ShopLogiK. If you haven't heard of ShopLogiK, it's a gifting platform that you will put in the criteria of the people that you're shopping for, and it will be matched with products and services for the vendors on the site. So real quickly, you can just fill out the questionnaire here, spouse, click next, and I'm not going to answer all the questions here, but just put in the name. And once you answer all the questions, you will be matched with products from the vendors who have signed up. So if you haven't checked them out, please do. www.shoplogic.com. Gifting made super easy and stress-free. I'm not gonna lie, I've been having some hard times trying to get the audio right. So hopefully you can hear me okay. But if not, leave me a comment and just say, mate, please upgrade your equipment. So again, I'm Ape Sullivan with MILLEN Forward, and today we're going to talk about a high level, or at a very high level, of some of the lingo that people on Wall Street use, and some of the things that I've done in my past and I'm currently doing to invest in the stock market. Because like in the beginning, I had some losses, not major losses, but it was losses because I didn't do my research. So if you're thinking about investing in the stock market, do your research and don't just go by what I'm telling you to do. I got started with, like at a pay period, I was putting like $50 into an account. Speaking of that, with the account, I use the Ally. To be honest, I just like the commercials back 3 years ago. They're pretty funny. That's a terrible reason to pick a brokerage company. You have to have a brokerage company in order to trade stocks. So what I mean by brokerage, it's like a middleman. I don't know the actual meaning of it, but it's like the middle person between you and the stock market. So if I go on to my account, my Ally account, this is before I do all the research. You can like search for a stock that you may be interested in, and you say, hey, I want to buy, 500 shares of company ABC. You're going to have to use that brokerage account, which it could be an Ally, TD Ameritrade. I think my dad used E-Trade. You may hear Robinhood. You may hear about all these type of brokerage accounts. So that is really the first step. And if I could do it all over again and do my research and think about which brokerage account I would use, I would probably use TD Ameritrade because that's the platform where I do my technical analysis mostly. You may have heard me talk about the technical analysis, and all that is the criteria that I search for, whether it be resistance, support, MACD, RSI, and we'll get into all that later. When I say technical analysis, that's what I mean by that. It's just looking at those factors before I buy a stock. Now, I talked about the platform that I use, which is as far as the brokerage, but as far as the technical analysis, I use TD Ameritrade, and we're going to just jump into that. Okay, this chart looks terrible. When I say terrible, it looks complicated, so don't even worry about that right now. Like I said, this is just going to be a high level of the lingo and everything. So the first thing, when you think about the stock market, you have stock exchanges. You may hear about the Dow, or you may hear about like I said, New York Stock Exchange, which that's where the Dow is. It's I think the Dow is yeah, like 30 blue chip stocks or companies, and blue chip mean, I don't know the official definition, but it's just good companies who have longevity and a proven track record. Don't know what the threshold of the actual stock costs, but they're probably expensive stocks that it's been around for a long time, not a penny stock. So those are the blue chip stocks. You have the, you probably heard of the Nasdaq, which is like a techie stock exchange. I think Google may be on there, Apple, Microsoft. I could be wrong, but that doesn't really matter. You know, if you want to know that, that's fine, but you're not going to be buying stocks based on because the New York Stock Exchange and the S&P 500 and all that. It's mostly going to be, well, me personally, it's just all technical, technical things. So what else? Okay, this here. Okay, first of all, like I said, this platform is called Think or Swim, and it's a free platform that you can do your technical analysis on. And the thing that I like about it, and there may be others out there like this, but if you open an account with Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade, you don't have to actually put your real money into it. You can trade with paper money, and what paper money is kind of like Monopoly. So it's not really real money, but you can actually make trades, and then you can test however your criteria is. Your criteria may be different from mine once you start learning how to trade, but I have my criteria in which I trade, but yours may be different. So you may want to test out your style of trading. And like I said, this is a very high level, so please don't complain about the charts looking crazy. I'm just going to go through the charts and how I have it, and then you can do some additional research on your own. But I'm going to produce some future videos of each I guess chart that I have on here. So this is really the main chart. You can type in, I don't know, anything that you want to here. So there's nothing really special about this chart. I do have some studies on here, which, like I say, is going to be in another video, because this is again a high level video. And here, this chart, you have the relative strength index, the RSI, and all this chart tells you is if during a time period, which is here, if the stock is being oversold, which is this line here, 70%, then you have 30%. Anything over 70 is oversold. Anything below 30, I'm sorry, anything over 70 is overbought, which means, of course, it can turn the other way. And this line here is 30%, meaning it's oversold. Very high level. We're going to talk about it later. MACD, MACD means moving average convergence divergence. This tells you pretty much how popular a stock is. If it's below this line, it's not popular. If it goes above, it's starting to be popular. So you may want to start watching it. Basic high-level examples and descriptions. So please don't hold it against me. Over here are just my watch list that I've created, which I will explain later as well. But the main purpose of me showing you this, is the platform that I use and some of the things that I look for. So always remember, like I said, you can use any type of brokerage account that you may want to use, whatever your preference is, or if you already have one, it's up to you. But like I said, the platform is called Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade. I don't have any stake in that platform because, like I was telling you, I'm actually buying my stocks and everything from the Ally, ALLY, which I'll put in the description account. So I just use that to do my technical analysis. And some more lingo that you may hear on the TV or on, whatever, on the radio, wherever you may hear from your friends. Bearish, bear market, bull market. A bull market is when people are buying stocks and it may push it up, which can go to the overbought area that we just talked about. Then if it's a bearish market, that means people are selling off, so stocks are decreasing in value. Oh, support and resistance. So let's talk about that. And this is, like I said, again, high level. Support and resistance is going to be, let's just blow this up, a technical analysis where it's going to pretty much give you a indicator of how high a stock could go in a period of time. So if you, this is just one example, and I can probably show you a better one, but you see how this stock here kind of stops here, then dips down, then goes back up here. That could be a line of resistance, meaning at a given period of time that stock is going to hit there and then possibly go back down. So it can give you a better idea of, okay, maybe I can sell this stock around this price, whatever it is. And then if you look at the support, I'm just going to click through here. Let's see if I can find a good one. Okay, let's see here. So you think about support. So you can possibly put a line here because the stock was going down, hit here, then started going back up, then it didn't go past this line. It kind of hovered around this area of pricing. So this can give you an idea of when to jump in a stock or buy it. It's not 100%, foolproof, of, okay, I can jump in, because you have different time periods of a stock. So that can be a little tricky, but once you get the basic concepts of it, you can have a better understanding of possibly when to get in the stock or when to get out of a stock. One last thing before I go, you may hear when you talk about the lingo, day trading, swing trading, long-term trading. I'm more of a swing trader just because I have a full-time job, and day trading takes more, I guess, effort and more time. So, day trading is pretty much what it is. You are day trading. So it takes more time. But with swing trading, you can buy stock. Typically, they say anywhere from 2 days until I guess a month or so, or 2 months, however you want to hold it. That's more of a swing trade. But you're going to have to look at the time, the time frames to get a better understanding of when to jump in to buy stock compared to when to sell it. So that's going to be another video, but just keep that in mind. Swing trading takes less time. It can be profitable, but if you make it, if you want to make 2 to 3 trades a week or 2 trades a week, you can do that with swing trading. I think the federal law is you can only make 3 trades per 5 days, and it takes, in order to be a day trader, you have to have, I think it's $25,000 in your brokerage account. So I always keep that in mind. I didn't have $25,000, so I'm definitely not a day trader, but I'm just throwing it out there, and I'll talk more about swing trading in other videos. So, but one tip I will say in the stock market is anything that you read in the news is always an overreaction, and I've heard that on here on YouTube. I've seen it on TV. What that means is most people, when they invest in the stock market, it's all about emotion. Kind of like when you buy your house, or if you invest in the house, sometimes people get caught and I just love this house. This is me. It's all me. But it doesn't really matter because it's an investment property. You shouldn't put emotions into it. Unfortunately, the stock market, a lot of people put emotions. So if you see a stock going up, naturally some people are going to say, oh man, that stock's going up. I'm just going to jump in because everybody's buying it. And that's going to push the stock price up. That's not always the best time to buy stock based on your emotions. So that's why this technical analysis saying support and resistance is so important, so you can get a general idea of when to jump in the stock. Support, resistance, like say if it's overbought, oversold, if the stock is popular or not. You have to take all those into account. The volume of the stock, really it's all about supply and demand. Basic economics, supply and demand. The same applies to the stock market. I'm not a professional. These are just some of the things that I've learned while investing in the stock market. So, like I said, this is just a high-level overview. Hopefully, I said something that can help you. But the main thing that you need to do is jump off the porch, get started. I think, I started with $300. I have well over that now. I have lost money, but $300 can get you in the game. Hopefully I was helpful, and please don't forget to like this page, like it and share it. It's either here or here. I'm gonna get used to it sooner or later. But anyway, good people, it's good seeing y'all or hearing from y'all. Like I said, you got zero excuses. You gotta make it happen. You can't blame nobody but yourself. Let's do it.